Hi Cam, can you tell me about the Metrios optical shop floor measuring system?
Yep, so it's a 2D optical shop floor measurement machine. This version in particular is the Metrios Cross, so it's 265mm in the X by 200mm in the Y. Nice user-friendly software, so it's all touchscreen. And it allows the parts to go on in any orientation and any location, and the program will pick it up and identify the parts and the orientation in which they're sat on the stage itself.
Sounds good. You mentioned shop floor, so what makes it different to all the optical machines that are on out there in the marketplace? Okay,
so a couple of things really. So there's multiple temperature sensors around the machine, which constantly update and that should adapt from the program. You've got a series of steps around the camera itself and in the stage which measure regular intervals. This then compensates for it within the program, and the most important thing as well is the camera's tucked away nice inside the build of the machine, and all the motors and drives are all tucked away as well. So there's really no way of things getting trapped or dirty or bits of dust getting into the machine.
Fantastic. So if an operator was to put, as you've got on the bed of the machine there, 50 components,
yep.
How easy is it to run those through?
So it's really easy. The operator can either scan a barcode to load the program up, or he can go through directory and load the program up. Once the program's then loaded up, any orientation on the bed, as I said before, and they can just press play on the machine and it will identify the parts.
Is it okay to see it running?
Yeah, absolutely. So if I press play on here, so the machine starts off by going to its 0 in the top left corner. Then it takes images at regular intervals to snapshot where the parts are and stitches the images together to eventually form one overall image. The machine identifies itself as having 3 rows and 3 columns and takes images at intervals between those. Now this is set up to scan the whole bed itself. If you just wanted to load one part up, you can just place one part in the middle of the bed, press play, and it'll take one instant snapshot of the central field of view. So that's now done. It's now stitched the image together and it's located the parts. It just takes a few seconds now to process the parts in all the dimensions, and once that's done you can see on the screen all the data is now going into the external SPC data collection.
So you'd say what sort of run time per part?
So this has come out 37.5 seconds from press and play, so around just under a second apart. There's 54 parts on the stage at the moment.
I suppose from an operator point of view, very, very easy to use on the shop floor?
Extremely easy to use, so they can either use a pre-written program, in which the program is extremely simple, or they can walk up and take some basic measurements themselves.
So if we have an operator that wants to make some simple measurement, how can we do that with the system?
So the operator can walk up to the machine and place their part on the stage, so I'll use one of the ones that are already on here. I'm just going to minimise our SPC data. It's called Sandbox Mode, so I'm going to select this wand up here, which then takes me into the settings window. So I've got a few settings along here. First one to be what lighting do you want to use, backlight, standard lighting. The machine's also equipped with a ring light setting to measure any sort of surface detail. I'm going to stay with backlight, and I'm happy to focus on there. If I wasn't, I can get the machine to automatically focus, or I can manually focus myself, but I'm happy with those settings. So I'll tick that to confirm those. It's going to recognise where the parts are, and then once it's done that, I can then go and take some dimensions. So I'm going to start off on this part. My first objective is to measure a diameter, so I'm going to draw a circle around here. That's demonstrating my diameter value. I'm then going to draw my radius, not being particularly precise, which will then give me my radial value. If I want the thickness of this part, I can draw one line, draw another line, select one, select two, and I've got a few measurements which I can choose from, and I want to use my distance measurement, which then gives me that. Exactly the same if I want the angle. Draw another line, choose my 2 features, and get my angle from that. Once I've got the dimensions that I want, I can select to create my first article report, which then generates a PDF, and this can automatically be saved to a network, or the operator can print it out and put it inside his job pack to prove that he's done his checks that are required. Once I'm then done with that, I can press clear, discard what I've done, and leave it back open for the next operator to go and set their part up and take some basic measurements.
So to summarise back, you've shown me an optical 2D measuring solution for the shop floor.
Yep.
That's very, very easy to use. Where can people take a look at this?
So for more information you can go to VICIVISION.co.uk, where you can view all the machine range and some potential applications for the machine.
Fantastic, thank you.